Visiting Toronto, Canada? Ready for a weekend adventure? Head to Dr. Flea's International Flea Market at Highway 27 and Albion Road. With over 400 vendors and nearly 40 years of flea market magic, it's Toronto's biggest and best. We're open year-round, every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5, rain or shine. For more info, call 416-745-FLEA, that's 416-745-3532, or visit drfleas.com, that's drfleas.com, and grab your free flea dollars today. Dr. Fleas, where the world comes to shop.
Don't touch that dial. You have arrived to the Hamilton Radio Mystery Theater, where murder and mystery lurk in the shadows.
Welcome to the Hamilton Mystery Theater. It's time for another exciting adventure of Just In Case Private Eye. Tonight's episode, Suspicious Minds. Justin takes on a journey with more twists and turns than a drunk dame driving a getaway car through Chinatown. She signed the guest card as Anita Mann, not her real name, just the one that still sounded safe. The man she was running from wouldn't care. He knew her face better than her mother ever did. And now he wanted the only thing she had left.
Mom, I'm hungry.
I know, sweetheart. We'll get something soon. Just stay close to me, okay?
An hour outside the city, a woman hides behind cheap curtains and a name she borrowed from her mother. But names don't stop doors from opening.
Anita, open the door.
Tony, go in the bathroom. Don't come out unless I say.
You took something of mine. Now I'm here to take it back.
No, no, no!
Out of my way.
As Guido left the motel room, Anita watched as her son was shuffled off in a white van. There was nothing she could do. She didn't pray. She remembered what her sister Frida told her. She had to look up Just In Case, the man who put Guido's brother, Vito Linguine, behind bars. Her sister swore he could handle anything.
In the shadows of the spotlight where the truth takes a dive, here comes Just In Case, keeping trouble alive. With a wink and a wisecrack, he's breaking the mold. A gumshoe with guts and a heart full of gold. He'll dodge the gangsters, the dames, and the heat. In a world where the rhythm's as slick as the street. With sharp-tongued humor and plenty of style, he's solving the case with a wink and a smile. Suspicious minds in a city of crime, where the music swings but the stakes climb. The velvet curtains and tiara so fine, he'll crack the case with a punchline. Suspicious minds in a city of crime, where the music swings but the stakes climb. The velvet curtains and tiara so fine, he'll crack the case with a punchline.
The blinds were half open, the door was unlocked, and Just In Case was already on his second cup of bad coffee, the kind that tastes like burnt hope. He wasn't surprised when the woman walked in. He was expecting her.
You must be Anita Mann. Or is that just the name you're borrowing this week?
You already know.
Take a load off, sister. Grab a seat. It ain't the Ritz, but that chair's got all the charm of a prison cafeteria. Frida filled me in. Said her sister needed help. But she said your name was Anita Mann. Like someone reading a name off a ransom note. Didn't sound like it fit.
It's not. My real name's Anita Leave. Anita Mann was my mother's name, her maiden name. I used it to check into the motel, thought it might buy me some time.
Anita Leave and Frida Leave. No offense, but your family sounds like it specializes in exits.
It's worse. Our father's name was Willie.
Willie Leave.
Yeah, first chance he got.
Figures. Even your family tree's got an escape plan. So Guido took your son. Tell me how it happened.
2 nights ago, I waited until Guido passed out after a night of drinking with his goons, packed a bag, grabbed Tony, and we left. Frida got us a motel, room 12. I used my mother's name to check in. Thought we'd be safe.
But you weren't.
Next night, he found us, knocked like he was there to patch things up. I told Tony to hide in the bathroom. I cracked the door and he shoved past me, roughed me up and took Tony and walked out like he owned the night.
You try the police?
I did. Motel clerk told them it was just a domestic issue. They looked at me like I misplaced my car keys, not my child. Didn't even file a report.
They didn't see the bruise under your eye.
They saw it. They just didn't want the paperwork. Besides, it's not the first time. That's why I'm running and taking my son. Guido can be very mean and hurtful after he's been drinking. Let's say I had to wear sunglasses at night, not for the fashion, but to cover what I didn't want the world to see. He must have found out I was leaving him.
All right. Give me names. Anyone he deals with. Cousins, crews, friends with bad haircuts.
Dominic Linguini, cousin, runs a garage on 43rd. It's where they keep the stuff they don't want police sniffing around.
Including kids?
If it buys him leverage, yeah.
Don't go back to your place. Don't answer phones. And for now, you're still Anita Mann. Your real name stays in the drawer until this is over.
Even if it's not the truth?
Truth doesn't help if no one's left to hear it.
Do you think he'll hurt Tony?
If he thinks it keeps you afraid, yeah. But he won't get the chance.
She left the way most people do when they meet just in case, a little quieter and a little more dangerous. He had a name, a location, a missing boy, and a family full of ghosts. Now all he needed was one loose thread. Pull it, and the whole Linguini sweater comes apart at the seams. 43rd Street didn't advertise. No sign, no hours. Just a rusted garage door and a mailbox with more cobwebs than mail. But the name Dominic Linguini was still taped to the window in faded black ink. And in this city, that was enough to raise suspicion, and sometimes the dead.
Open up, Dom. I'm not here to talk about old times, unless those old times involve a white van and a 6-year-old boy.
Well, look who it is. Just in case. Thought you retired. Or got buried.
Not yet. But today might change that, depending on how cooperative you are.
I'm not taking visitors.
Good. I'm not visiting.
Dominic had the look of a man who knew engines and lied equally well. His shirt said mechanic, but the eyes said undertaker.
You want coffee or threats?
Coffee keeps me up. Threats? They just ruin my manners.
What you want?
Your cousin, Guido. Word is he borrowed your van the night he took Anita's kid.
That van's not in service. Needs a fuel pump and 2 prayers.
Then I guess it was perfect for a job that didn't need a paper trail.
Look, I didn't ask questions. Guido shows up, says he needs wheels, says it's family business. I toss him the keys and mind my own.
Problem is, Dom, His business just became mine. And if that van leads to a missing kid, you're not an accessory. You're a road map. Look here, Dom. I know you run a quiet little chop shop here and nobody needs to know your business, right? So here's the trade-off, pal. I keep my mouth shut about where I got the info on Cousin Guido and your chop-and-go business. In return, tell me where he is. Take it or leave it, but my patience are running out.
I don't know, swear it. But if I had to guess, he's probably holed up at the old bottling plant in Kensington. Nobody goes there. Nobody should go there.
Right. That's the difference between us.
You find him, tell him he owes me a set of keys, and maybe an explanation.
If he's still talking, I'll ask.
A name, a van, and now a location. Abandoned, forgotten, and perfect for hiding something too small to fight back. Justin didn't like long shots, but he liked missing kids even less. Red Hook's been dead for years, long before the plant shut down. Now it's nothing but busted concrete, rusted fences, and ghosts with names no one remembers. But ghosts don't need delivery vans. Criminals do. And one van in particular had led Justin straight to the back of the building that used to bottle root beer and now bottled fear.
No cameras, no locks, no curious neighbors. Perfect place for a guy like Guido to play house. Looks like the door's open. I think I'll just invite myself in. Boy, this place smells worse than the Derby Deli liverwurst sandwich. Well, would you look at that? Behind those rafters, a white van, I wonder. Tony? Tony? You in there?
That's far enough.
You got a permit for that heater?
Don't need one. This is private property.
So's that kid you're holding back there.
I don't know what you think you might have, heard or saw.
Look, Buster, I could give a rat's ass about you. I'm here for the kid. So save the charm and spare me the wisecracks.
What kid? There's no one here but the rats.
Rats? Ugh. Well, unless rats sound like a 6-year-old in a warehouse guarded by a guy who twitches too fast and talks too slow, that usually means someone's trying to earn a paycheck from someone worse.
Well, I'll tell you this. I am not being paid to listen to idle chit-chat from a gumshoe. So show yourself out or I will.
And you're not getting paid enough to die for Linguini. Walk away now, and maybe you'll still hear tomorrow's news.
Funny. He said you'd say that.
Wrong move, pal. No ID, no tattoo, no loyalty. Just another name I won't remember doing a job he didn't understand.
Mom?
Tony? Hang on, kid. You're safe now, Tony.
Who are you?
It's okay, Tony. Your mom sent me. I'm Justin, a good friend of your Aunt Frida and your mom. Just stay close. Got one more thing to take care of.
The room looked like it used to hold invoices and paychecks. Now it held a man, a boy, and a mistake that couldn't be taken back. Tony sat still. His eyes were wide, not crying, not blinking, just watching. Guido Linguini didn't move. Not yet.
Hands where I can see him, Guido.
Relax, I'm not armed.
That'd be the first time.
Look, Case, I didn't hurt him. I wouldn't. He's my son.
He's not a suitcase, Guido. You don't get to carry him off just because your pride's dented.
I didn't carry him off. Anita was gonna disappear with him, out of state, change his name.
Yeah, right, like, maybe she had a reason.
Listen to me, I'm his father.
You're a threat. There's a difference.
Where's my mom?
She's okay, buddy, just needed a break.
He's not stupid, Guido. Neither am I. Let's say I believe you. Let's say you really didn't hurt him. You still took him. You still ran. That tells me everything I need to know about what kind of father you are.
Ha, you think she's any better?
No. I think she's scared. And right now, you're the reason.
She was leaving me, Case, taking my son. I ain't built for that kind of loss. You know the rules. Once you in, you make it work.
Then maybe you should have started thinking like a father before thinking like a linguini. Now, don't move.
Outside, help was coming. Inside, everything else stopped. 2 men, 1 boy, and a silence heavy enough to crack concrete.
You going to shoot me, Case?
Depends. You going to give me a reason?
I want to go home.
Kid, you ain't the only one.
Come on, Guido. I got a real nice room waiting for you at the station. Little small, but I hear the food's not bad.
And as the sirens got closer, Justin led Guido out. Waiting outside were 2 beat cops with guns and flashlights who looked like they still read comic books, and 1 detective who never missed a scene worth frowning at.
Case, you got a funny habit of getting to crime scenes before we do.
I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd pick up a kidnapper and a kid.
You picking up strays now?
He's not a stray. He's the reason I didn't shoot his father.
Guido didn't say a word, didn't beg, didn't bluff. He walked out like a man on his way to dinner, not booking.
Justin, you've got that look again. What's your gut say?
Too easy. Just way too easy.
Maybe he's tired of running.
Or maybe someone told him to stop running and start buying time.
Are they gonna take my daddy away forever?
That depends, but I'm gonna make sure no one ever takes you again.
Outside, blue lights spun like they were celebrating something. But just in case knew better. When a linguini gives up without a fight, it usually means the fight's just been passed to someone else. Justin went with Marty back to the station as the patrolman escorted Guido to his new accommodations. As they entered the station, it smelled like floor polish and bad news. But today, something cut through it. A mother's breath catching in her throat, and a boy running toward it.
Tony?
Mom!
You're safe. Oh my God, you're safe.
He's a little shaken, hungry, but not a scratch on him.
Thank you. I mean it, Justin. I didn't know who else to trust.
You trusted right, though you may not like what comes next.
He's booked. Charges filed. But don't pop the champagne just yet. The DA's already fielding calls from Guido's lawyer and 2 city councilmen. His suits are claiming it a private family matter and to treat it as a civil, not criminal case. Look, Justin, this should buy you some time.
So he just walks?
Not yet, but the sidewalk's getting swept for him.
And if he does, you're still not safe.
This showed up at the front desk for you, Case. No return address.
Typed. No fingerprints. Stay out of the kitchen if you can't handle the heat.
What does that mean?
Means someone's cooking something bigger, and they're not done serving it.
Frida Leave hadn't been to the precinct. She hadn't needed to. She knew her sister was safe the moment the street got quiet, the way it always did when Justin Case handled something. But quiet didn't mean over, and Frida wasn't one for curtain calls.
Hello?
It's me. Yeah, it happened. Guido's in holding. The boy's safe.
So it's done.
Nothing's done. Guido giving up without a fight? That's not fear. That's strategy. Someone else is pulling strings, and I don't like being in the dark. I'm not sitting this one out. Not again. Tomorrow I'm going to his office. If he's got a spare chair, I'm staying.
Some people run from danger, some chase it. Frida leave. She lit a cigarette and waited for it to knock. That concludes tonight's episode, so join us next week for another suspenseful episode of Just in Case in Suspicious Minds Part 2. Believe me, things are just heating up. Tonight's cast includes Just in Case as himself, Jim Bagg as Detective Marty Pants, Misty Knights as Frida Leave, Robin D. Mann as Anita Leave, Harry Chest as Guido Linguini, Buck Eyes as Dominic Linguini, Willie B. There as Little Tony, Aaron Shewalk as the guard, Juan Mann as the voice on the phone. Tonight's episode was created and written by Steve Tobis, creative consultant Marshall Cohen, original theme music by Stevie T. And I am your narrator, Frank Lee speaking.
This presentation is protected by U.S. and international copyright laws. Reproduction and distribution of this presentation without the written permission of the sponsor or creator are prohibited. Copyright 2025. Tobis Studio Productions.
Just in Case here. I would love to hear how you enjoyed tonight's story. So why not email me at justincasestories@gmail.com. That's justincasestories@gmail.com, and I promise I'll write you back as soon as I solve the next mystery murder. Hey! It's me again. Wanted to share some great news with you. Our website is now open. You can listen to our live shows or listen to replays of previous episodes. You'll also find my merch store where I am hawking some cool stuff. Check it out at Just In Case. Mystery.com. That's Just In Case. Mystery.com. Until we meet again, I'm tipping my fedora at you.
Visiting Toronto? Don't miss a hidden gem loved by locals and tourists alike. Dr. Flea's International Flea Market. Explore over 400 vendors offering global flavors, rare finds, and incredible bargains. We've been a Toronto tradition for almost 40 years, and we're just getting started. Located at Highway 27 and Albion Road. Open every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5, year-round. Visit drfleas.com. That's drfleas.com, and grab your free flea dollars today. Come and find out why millions of Canadians love Dr. Fleas, where the world comes to shop.